The Miracle That Brought Miracles by Marcia Smith. This will bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones. Proverbs 3:8. We were the couple living our dreams. My husband Brian had a successful masonry business, and I worked with the Christian Broadcasting Network. We had a family, the home we always wanted, and life was great. We were so busy with our work that we took little time off to visit loved ones or really talk to each other, like when we were first married. But time has a way of eluding that thought as it races on. But then I began to notice a dark feeling I could not shake. I'd be at my desk and suddenly a sad feeling would wash over me, as if waiting for something awful to happen that we could not stop. I mentioned it to Brian, and he simply said, "Pray about it." And so I did. I didn't really think about it again until we sat in the doctor's office a few days later. Brian had been having back pain, and the doctor ordered a routine MRI, predicting he'd probably need surgery. After reading the results, the doctor said, "Well, you won't need surgery." He paused with a grim look. "You have inoperable cancer in 3 places, on your sternum, backbone, and pelvis." We stood there together hand in hand, staring at the MRI. We asked the questions one asks when given this diagnosis. The doctor shook his head. "There's nothing that can be done. It is a matter of months. I will send all the reports to your family doctor. I'm so sorry." Brian and I walked out into the early winter's night feeling as dark and cold as the night itself. He was young. We had a child and a grandchild. We had a life. We had plans, hopes, and more dreams. The next morning when I awoke, my loving husband was sitting by our bed staring at me, tears rolling down his cheeks. "I do not want to leave you," he cried. We wept together that morning, canceling work and all appointments. We talked as we had not talked in years, not so much about the future, not about all the things we usually talked about, finances, dreams, and plans. We talked about our love, about the memories we shared, about our family. Our family doctor called in a cancer specialist. We called all the churches we loved so dearly and put Brian's name on prayer lists all over the country. And we prayed with a fervor we had never known. A month passed. A myriad of tests were done and doctors seen. One night, my faith-filled daddy called. I was praying and I sensed it was going to be all right. And I believe it with all I am. 2 weeks later, we sat before the cancer specialist. He closed the folder on his desk and looked at us. "Well, we have run all the tests. There is good news. There is no cancer anywhere in Brian's body." I stammered. "Well, what about the MRI? The other doctors?" He smiled. "All I know is he does not have cancer. Perhaps the neurologist saw scars from an auto accident years ago. But there is no cancer. Your prognosis is you are well." It has been 15 years since that day, and still, whenever I look at Brian, I am reminded of how all our prayers were answered and how our lives were changed forever. We focus more on each other and our family. We moved back home to a quiet town where neighbors know neighbors and hearts know hearts. Our goals changed. We live one day at a time, and instead of planning so much, we simply enjoy the moments. When I see Brian playing with our grandchildren and great-grandchildren, I breathe a prayer of thanks that they know their papa. Our house creaks at night, and there are times when new dress desires do not match my pocketbook, but we are rich. That one miracle birthed so many other miracles in our lives. by Marcia Smith. Thank you for listening to my story. Please like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next time. I appreciate you. I am a lady with a story. Take care. Peace and blessings to you.